Right. I'm not a child. I am 54 years old. I was born on a Wednesday, the 12th of September, 1956, on Table Mountain in a small hospital at 7:30 in the morning. I was a big, strong baby. My mother was a maternity sister. She heard bells ringing from the local church. Now, life goes on. What can I do about this world? The injustice. There was a geezer whose name will come to me. He fought Wilberforce about slavery. My church, my background's Protestant, right? So the Protestant Church of England used to brand slaves because loads of money from sugar. Wilberforce had to fight for 30 years to get slavery abolished. England, the ships were trading from Glasgow and Liverpool down to the west coast of Africa and then across to the Caribbean. Okay, I mean, the conditions these black human souls lived in those ships was completely, totally, utterly, extraordinarily, amazingly, utterly awful. Many of them died. This is how the Church of England built up its money. Right. That's just me on the Church of England. Now, would you care for me to get on to the Roman Catholics, where they get their money from? I've been to the Castle Church at Wittenberg in Germany. A fellow called Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, the real old-fashioned Martin Luther, posted 95 theses on this church thingy there. And in Latin, obviously, and mostly railing about indulgences. I.e., an indulgence is that the church will forgive your sins, but you must pay for it, right? That was the way the church organized itself, of getting money out of the poor people. If anyone has ever wandered about in the world anywhere, ever, what they'll find is these huge Stronkingate buildings with gold and, statues and the only way they got built was on the backs of the local peasants. The man I admire here, Michelangelo, see? Right from Italy. He made all these beautiful sculptures, but towards the end of his life, the Sistine Chapel, has the most wonderful paintings. At home, my parents had been to Rome and everything, and we had the normal coffee table books sitting with the Sistine Chapel, and the famous ones, Melvin Bragg uses it, with the Adam and Eve, that one, that image. Indeed, but Michelangelo, in his early 80s, because he died I think 80-something, quite early, right, he wanted to destroy all his work because he had finally realized that he was a beautiful artist, obviously. Right? There's the Pieta. It's one of the most beautiful sculptures that exists in the world. The Pieta. Like a Madonna. Mother Mary with Christ dead in her arms. But he wanted to destroy all these works because he realized he'd been used by the system. The high fancy people. Michelangelo. Now, you see, I see, to me, this is clear. I'm just speaking in a perfectly normal manner. But I love you, my Lord, with all my heart, soul, mind, and strength.